My neighbor is jealous of my garden, part 1. How do you do it? My neighbor Albert asked. Do what? I replied. How do you make everything look so vibrant and healthy? He made a sweeping gesture across my front yard. You have the greenest grass on the block, your roses have the most buds, and I don't think I've ever seen a single weed in your yard. It's not me, I said. It's Elodie. Elodie is my wife. She's the one who takes care of everything out here. I nodded at the lawn. Seriously? How come I've never seen her out here tending to it? Maybe you just haven't been looking at the right time, I suggested. I'm outside every morning watering my lawn, and I've never seen you or your wife doing any kind of yard work. Of course you are, you busybody, I thought. You spying on us? I said it in a lighthearted way, wanting him to think I was joking, but I wasn't joking. No, he shook his head. I was just hoping I could get a few pointers about how to make my yard look as good as yours. You mean better than ours, I wanted to say. Find out what happens next in part 2. Before Elodie and I moved in, Albert's lawn was the envy of all the neighbors. You really want to know the secret? I leaned in and whispered conspiratorially. Albert nodded eagerly. Come on, I motioned. Follow me. I led him to the backyard, where Elodie was lying on the deck in a bikini, sunning herself. Hey, hun, I called out. Albert here wants to know how you managed to make the yard look so good. Elodie propped herself up on her elbows, giving Albert a nice view of her scantily clad chest. Is that right? You don't have to tell me right now, he stammered, clearly embarrassed at seeing my wife with hardly any clothing on. It's okay, Elodie said as she got to her feet. I don't mind. In fact, I can give you a demonstration. It's okay. I'll come back another time. He turned to leave, but Elodie stopped him by grabbing one of his hands. I insist on doing it now, she said. Find out what happens next in part 3. Her features suddenly changed. Her eyes became black, and her skin took on the texture of bark, while her hair became a mane of leaves and flowers. The yard looks the way it does because it is an extension of me, Elodie explained. As she spoke, her toes became roots that dug into the ground. She grabbed hold of Albert's other hand, and thanks to you, she started draining the life from him. I'm well fed. Okay, I gently pulled Elodie's hands away from Albert. That's enough. Her features returned to normal. What's going on? Albert asked. He looked around in a daze. Whenever Elodie fed off of him, it always left him disoriented. You had a question about the yard, I offered. I did? You did, Elodie confirmed. Seeing Elodie in her bikini, Albert suddenly became embarrassed again. What was it you wanted to know? I asked. Find out what happens next in part 4. It's not important. Albert turned around and shuffled out of the yard. We can't keep doing that, I said to Elodie. Why not? Elodie smiled. He makes it so easy. Follow for more horror stories.